Today we're going over the pros and cons of buying a manufactured home or a modular home. We'll talk about cost effectiveness. We'll talk about appreciation. Do they depreciate? Is there a shelf life for your manufactured or modular home? If you're thinking of buying, selling, or investing in the Fayetteville surrounding areas, please reach out to the team and I. We would love to help you. We get phone calls, emails, text messages every day from folks just like you. So don't hesitate to reach out to us. So first thing I want to talk about is what's the difference between a mobile home and a manufactured home. So a mobile home was built before June 5th of 1976. A manufactured home was built after June 5th of 1976. Some of the difference between the two is that the Housing of Urban and Development, or HUD, stepped in and started putting standard safety issues on mobile homes after June 5th of 1976. Then they changed the name from mobile home to manufactured home. Before June 5th of 1976, with a mobile home, there was no safety or standards. So you could basically build it however you wanted to. Another big difference is this: mobile homes were built to be moved very easily if they had to be moved, where manufactured homes were built to be permanent and not moved after they were assembled. So what is a modular home? Well, a modular home is just like a stick-built home where it's put on a permanent foundation. And sometimes it's even hard for me to determine between a modular home and a stick-built home. Sometimes the housing structure is usually built in a factory or in a building, then parts of it is moved to the lot. The construction of a modular home must comply with local building codes and standards in the area where the home will be placed. So the first pro of buying a manufactured home is going to be the cost effectiveness. Manufactured homes are usually more cost effective than site-built homes or stick homes, however what you want to call them, definitely making more ownership available to people who can't afford a site-built home. Next thing is going to be quick construction. They're built in a factory where the chances of weather or anything is not permitting it from being built as quickly as a on-site or stick-built home. It allows for faster construction and definitely a quicker time to move into your house. And if you're getting a new manufactured homes, the custom options are very open. There's a good chance you can pick different floor plans, kitchen cabinets, bathroom vanities, how big you want it, and things like that. So definitely when you're building your manufactured home, you can opt to get a single wide or a double wide, and I think they even have a triple wide manufactured home. So definitely you can decide how big you want to go. Of course, the cost of that is going to be more expensive, but you can get it, definitely you can decide what you want if it's being built brand new. And the newer manufactured homes seem to be very energy efficient. They typically come with new features where you can reduce your utility bills. So next one we'll go over is the cons of buying a manufactured home. So the first con is going to be, for the most part, most manufactured homes depreciate over time, unlike site-built homes or stick-built homes, which appreciate. And typically the reason why they don't appreciate is the way they're built. They're built very quickly, like we said earlier, so I know it's more cost efficient as one of the pros, but if you're looking to buy a manufactured home and hoping that it appreciates over time, there's a good chance that it will not. So the next con is going to be customization. I know I said earlier that was a pro, but it can also be a con because there's some things that are not very flexible and they just can't put into a manufactured home. So some features you may want in a stick that you want in a manufactured home, you can't get that you can get in an on-site or stick-built home. The next con is going to be land leases. Now, this is a big issue because if you're leasing land and you bought a manufactured home, you have no control over the land or the property. So the person renting you the land can increase your rent at any time. Well, not any time, but they can increase your rent. And they can also decide they want to sell that land and you have to move your manufactured home. And manufactured homes, unlike modular homes, like I said earlier, are built to be permanent once it's assembled. So not saying it can't be moved, but it's going to cost you a lot of money if you lease land to put a manufactured home on it. So I would suggest trying to buy the land. And sometimes some loans will not loan you money if it's on land that's leased, because if they have to foreclose on your home for whatever reason, you could definitely move your house at any time, and they have to find your house. And if you're moving it from land to land to land, that's going to be hard for them to find. So a good chance they may not even give you a loan for that. The next con is going to be reselling. So this kind of goes right back to what we were talking about earlier with appreciation and depreciation. Typically, they don't appreciate over time like site-built or stick-built homes. So it's a challenge to sell them because let's say you want to sell them for, let's say you bought it for $150,000 and 10 years later you want to sell it. Good chance you're not going to be able to sell it like you would a stick-built home, which usually appreciates 1% each year over time. So if you bought a stick-built home or site-built home for $150,000, good chance it's going to appreciate by 1% every year. We'll say, as the example I just gave, of 10 years. So good chance that your manufactured home, you may only sell it for $150,000 or less. So those are some things you need to think about if you're buying a manufactured home. Is someplace you plan on living forever and ever and ever, or renting out, or whatever the case may be, keeping inside the family, then usually that's not going to be a problem. But something you need to think about. This is a big investment. So if you see you waste your money, or not waste your money, but spend money on something that doesn't appreciate over time, if that's what you're looking for. So next thing I talk about is going to be the pros of a modular home. So one of the first pros is going to be construction and durability. Modular homes are built with high quality products in a factory, just like a manufactured home is, and the materials they use are of the best quality and durability. Also, customization is just a little bit better with a modular home compared to a manufactured home. And like I said earlier, sometimes I have a hard time distinguishing between a modular home and a stick-built or on-site home. They're just that good. They look just like a stick-built home. So next thing is going to be energy efficiency. So just like a manufactured home, modular homes have those extra features that will help with lowering utility cost. The next pro is going to be appreciation. So typically modular homes are going to appreciate just like a stick-built or on-site home, unlike a manufactured home. So definitely if you're looking at comparing the two from your modular and a manufactured home, and that's what you're looking for, definitely go with a modular home. Basic way to explain it is modular homes are one step above manufactured homes and one step below a on-site or stick-built home. So they'll be a little more costly than a manufactured, but a little less than a stick-built home. So another great thing is going to be fast construction. So just like a manufactured home, because it's built in a factory, the chances of weather and things like that affecting you getting out there, getting the workers out there to build it, is less likely of a chance where it's built a little quicker, construction's faster to get it out to your place and get moved into your new home. Are you thinking of relocating to the Fayetteville surrounding areas, or are you about to PCS to Fort Liberty? Well, I've got just the thing for you. The team and I have actually taken time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below in the description. And the best part of this guide is 100% free. Yes, you heard me right, free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. I hope this helps you, and please reach out if you have any questions. So now we're going to talk about the cons of a modular home. So I know I said one of the pros was the cost efficiency, but it also could be a con. If you're looking at buying something that's less than a site-built home, then definitely modular home is the way to go compared to a manufactured home, because it's, well, like I said, one step above a manufactured, one step below a on-site or stick-built home. So a little more expensive than your manufactured home. So if that's what you're, if you're looking to buy, if you want to compare the two, modular home is going to be a little more expensive than a manufactured home. So you have to look at your budget, determine what can you afford, and to where you're not looking at paying more for it than you really wanted to. Next con is going to be limited location. Because they're built in a factory and they're transported to the site, well, some parts are transported to the site, it's very costly to transport it, unlike a manufacturing where it's not as costly. So definitely taking it all around the world is not something you're looking at doing, because it's going to cost you more. So you definitely want to limit it to how far you transport it. The next con is going to be zoning and permitting. So it's going to depend on which state you move to. I'm talking about North Carolina. So the zoning and permitting here locally is a little different than it may be from California or New York or something like that. So definitely, before you buy a modular home, make sure you know where it's going to go and know the zoning and permitting for that state. Believe it or not, some states may have some restrictions or not allow a modular home there. If you enjoyed this video, please check this video right here where I talk about, can you use a loan to purchase a manufactured or modular home? And if you're thinking of buying, selling, or investing in the Fayetteville surrounding areas, please reach out to the team and I. We would love to help you. See you guys in the next video.